Wrong source, we got game capture. Okay, we did just have unbelievable technical difficulties and we have had to switch games last minute. We will be playing Stanley Parable. We are English. If they have those games in Dutch, we could do Dutch. It's very fun in Dutch. I've not played Stanley Parable before. Oh, this is confusing. You're PMing me. Are you kidding me? It is currently. It would probably be faster just to go this way. Oh no, I want to go up 1 hour. Well, now it's just changed. Okay, PM. Yay! Those are fun settings. Let me just real quick go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named...
Honestly,
This is the story of a man named Stanley. The story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
okay. There we go. I'm happy with that. I think. For now. These happy. This is probably happy. E. Crouches control. Auto walk. Field of view, that's fine. Subtitles. Translation color. No, we're fine. Fine. Begin the game. We love setting our settings up live because we have technical difficulties.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That's me. I'm a man named Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee.
Damn, he loud as hell. I'm sorry. Just slightly bothersome.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
You don't say.
Number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Yeah.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard.
This is low-key my life.
A monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every
This is how it feels to work, or go to college, or have a life.
Considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was he? Honestly, I'd be quite happy to just have a job like that. It's like exact instructions.
Something that would forever change Stanley. something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one
How long do you think it normally takes them to
arrived on
start
the
getting
monitor for him
orders?
to follow. No one
Do you think it
showed
takes
up to
like
give
a
him
good
instructions,
10 minutes for everyone to get settled down before they start sending them?
Never
Dear
in all
Lord.
his years at the company
My dog
had
being
this
loud
happened,
as hell.
this complete isolation.
Should probably actually
Something was
listen to what's
very
going
clearly
on.
wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, I can move.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hello.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
God
but it
forbid a
didn't
girl
make
wants to
single
just check the
difference,
doors.
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
Can I not go back in my office? Click, click,
No
click,
matter
click,
how
click.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There's a, who farted? Who farted? There's definitely traces. The computer's turned on. Oh, shit. How did I do that? Was that me? Hello? Why are we low-key just in the middle of nowhere? Oh no. I never said I wanted to go back. Wait, I can open and close this door. Hello? What the hell? Why? My narrator's gone. I don't know what to do with my life. I'm just trapped. Oh. No. These people always have their computers on. Where am I going? The narrator didn't say where I was going. Let me in. So... Close the... Jesus. Oh. Oh. Let me in.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I don't want to? So... Why are the lights weird? Let me in! Wait, I didn't want to make this decision. Ow. Lord, let me out! Let me out. We're trapped. This is hell. I want to stop the door from closing. Why do I only get to open certain doors?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, to solve a dispute with a co-worker. Oh. Oh. That's a very Stanley looking guy in my mind. Or that guy, or oh. Hmm. Oh. Thank you, Jesus, it was so rude. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Don't be too sure. Click, 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 click.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Well, this is the most he's talked to me since I've played, so I'm just gonna stay in here. Holy shit.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
At this point, you're talking to me, that's all that matters.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story.
God forbid a girl wants to play with the door.
Ever. I never would have thought to mention it.
This is thrilling. Thrilling gameplay, to be honest.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own drama. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
They do.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
You know what? Sure. Sorry,
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
That's me right now.
This, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to lose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure that basic person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay.
Ah, second player. Good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Can't I?
You too.
Sorry. I wanted to see if anything else would happen.
An entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. Fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Bye. Okay, I think that's it. We may come back here and circle and do. Maybe there's an actual broom closet ending. But I just wanted to have some fun. Some silly fun. I'm trying to mute when I can, but just know.
Coming to a
Let me in!
staircase,
Let me in!
Stanley
Let me
walks
in!
upstairs to his boss's office.
What if I go downstairs? No, we're listening to the narrator. Okay. These doors confuse me. And shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn about. That's what. Oh. This is our boss's bathroom. This is a bit pervy. Executive bathroom. Oh. Don't mind if I do. I keep playing with the doors. They're distracting. I like the door sounds. Door sounds are relaxing. Hello? Oh! We can just stand on chairs, huh? Do the hokey pokey
Stepping
and
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover.
Oh. Hello? Hello? You do the hokey pokey and you turn. That's what it's all about. Whoa, the evil red room. Where did he go? Guys, I'm scared. Guys, where did he go? I didn't mean to look my... Oh. Okay. Can we go all the way back? Okay. What the fuck is happening? I feel like I accidentally skipped like a crazy secret final canon ending. I've not even had like any of the fun silly ones. What the fuck is going on?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
To be honest.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Where was it again? Oh, this thing. What code did he say? 8432,
Stanley just
8435.
sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Fuck, I wasn't listening again. I got distracted by 8435.
2845.
2845. How long can I just not do it? Let's just go for a couch nap. I fell off.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
This is a really tall room. Where's the elevator music?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Yo.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why
Having some
did Stanley
fun.
do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I love accidentally finding you little fun things.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Hello? Hello? Okay. Girl. Why did it just stop working there for a second? Okay.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yay!
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
We're locked in.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
We're making amazing progress. Saving the world.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense
This is Hope Core if I've ever seen it.
Before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I'm going to end it here because it's noisy and we're going to continue this tomorrow.